What's up, everybody? Do you want movement like this with a normal PS5 controller? Oh my goodness, you just got clipped, son.
Well, in this video I'm going to go over the basic movement techs that are necessary to get the upper hand in Apex Legends. Being such a mechanically complicated game, as well as being limited on controller regarding movement, we can still set ourselves apart with the utilization of these simple movement techs. Improving exponentially in movement gives me a huge edge when I implement it into my gameplay. Some of you may already know a large portion of these, although you maybe have not mastered them yet. My next video will be strictly on the use of movement, if you've mastered it, and the mechanics in the game, showing the mechanics as well as the gameplay in actual, real games and how we use them. This video is a coaching session between me and Benjamin, who commented asking for help with movement because he doesn't play often enough to practice without guidance. He learns very fast, as you will see, and you can too. If you want to... What the heck did I write here? If you want coaching, simply comment coaching as well as liking and subscribing. Now watch it till the end and let's get to the video. Thank you very much.
Alright, so first things I'm going to show you. Where do I want to do this? We're going to do it over here in the pit.
Let's head in that direction.
Are you able to Superglide? No? Not able to? Okay, so do you have the setting turned on for the Mantle Superglide? So you can just do it automatically? No? Okay, so go to your settings. Go to gameplay. You will see a mantle boost activation. Change that to jump. Once you do that, just knife me and let me know. All right, you got it? All right, so now whenever you mantle, it's gonna give you a little indicator, or it should. Does it give you an indicator? Jump if yes. Yeah, okay. So it'll give you an indicator, and whenever that indicator lights up, that is your cue to do the super glide. Now, I don't do it with an indicator, and you'll eventually get good enough to do it without the indicator. But it's basically what you're gonna do is you mantle, and then after you mantle, you jump. And you'll be able to get it eventually, but now it's on, right? It's 100% on, right? All right, so that's a later thing though. First, we're gonna focus on very basic movement. If you and I were fighting, and say you're at that rock right there, go to that rock. Go to this one behind it, behind you. If you were at that rock and I was shooting at you, and then you were shooting at me, so shoot at me, and then I dug behind cover because you shot at me, how would you push up? I'm gonna watch you. How would you push up to this rock?
Reckon we should head here.
Like, say I'm right there. Okay, yeah, that's good. But something better, let me just, here, we need to go on a flat surface so I can show you better. So when you have your gun out, a mechanic in the game is when you're running straight, it takes several steps in order to slide. So this is me sliding just one step with my gun out. But when I have my hands, and you don't need an heirloom for this, it doesn't make it anything else but fancy. But when you just have your hands, you take one step and you can immediately slide. You see that? So if you're behind cover and you're shooting at this guy, you holster and then you push up because you get an instant slide. That's what they call the fade slide. It's called an instant slide. And that's something to keep in mind. The most important thing when you're learning these is so you're shooting, you'll holster your weapon, you'll take your step, slide, unholster your weapon, and now you're in a better position. And in this situation, obviously you want to stay behind cover. So going from that cover to this cover, the times that you're going to be pushing behind is whenever I'm not looking at you. Yeah, see, look, I barely had any time to even shoot you there. So that's gonna be one of the things you want to focus on whenever you're like actually in game, when you're going to push people, and when you're doing like 1v1s and things like that. When you're going from cover to cover, you're shooting, you holster, slide, and then pull your gun back out. So you'll unholster, slide, and then pull your gun back out. So that's one of the, whenever I learned that honestly like really tipped the edges in movement for me. So wall right here. So your is your when you crouch, do you hold your crouch button or do you just press it once and it goes down? So you press it once and it goes down, right? And that's called toggle crouch. Are you able to do this? Like just spam your crouch button? Okay. So that means that you're it should be on hold to crouch, which is that's kind of what you want, because that's the easiest. So what you're doing here when you're going into a wall bounce is you're running up and you're gonna do a look. You just did it. You're gonna slide just before you hit the wall. You can do it alongside the wall as well, but that's a little bit more difficult. It takes a little bit more skill. But you're gonna run up to the wall, slide just before you get there, and right before you hit the wall, you're going to jump out of your slide and jump and hit the jump again. I did a different type of wall bounce there, though, but that's what this is. So you're gonna slide just before the wall. When you get you're waiting a little bit too long to jump, and you're like kind of face planting into the slide or into the wall. Yeah, there you go. That was it. So because you can jump from all the way back here. You can hit your jump once you're sliding from all the way back here. But you don't want to hit your jump. Yeah, you just did it again. That was good. You hit this red thing. And at first it's gonna be difficult a few times, but you're gonna get it more and more. As long as you know that it's slide, jump, jump. Slide, jump, jump. Those are the inputs. There you go. You just hit it again. And get used to when you're hitting that. Get used to hitting it and looking where you want to go. That's going to take a little bit more effort because you're going to have to think a little bit ahead, but you should be able to do that. So slide, jump, jump. Slide, jump, jump. So you're still sliding like into the wall. So jump here, here. So kind of come at it at this angle right here. And I want you to jump when you hit this yellow line. When you hit that yellow line right here, I want you to jump. Oh, one more little tip. Sorry, this is actually really important. When you're coming at it, let go of your movement control. You're not gonna, because look, if I don't let go of it, if I just go, it's just gonna stunt me. So let go of your movement control. Look at that, perfect, beautiful. You'll let go of your movement control, and then you'll get back on it after you want to. Look at you. Yeah, see, now you're getting it every time. That was pretty important. I'm sorry I missed that. Yeah, look at you. All right, perfect. You got that 100%. You just did it 3 times in a row. These are the fatigue jumps. So basically, after every jump is a fatigue jump. And then if you stop jumping for a second, and you have a cooldown, then you can do a normal jump again. So you do a jump, and then you do several jumps. And basically what you're doing is you're going up to this wall as a fatigue jump. So if I was running up to this, say I wanted to get to this level, this second story without taking all the time to climb up, I'm gonna come up to it like this. Just watch real quick. To it like this. And so basically, and you could just do a normal wall bounce. But here's what you're gonna do. When you're doing that jump and you hit the wall, you're gonna, your movement stick, you're gonna, right when you hit, at the same time that you hit, you're gonna go to the side. And you don't wanna bounce it super quick, but you're gonna do your movement stick to the side. And you wanna make sure that you're fatigue bouncing, because if you're normal jumping, you're just gonna hit it. But you do a fatigue bounce, I don't even get it every time. I'm pretty consistent with it normally. It kind of gets timing. This one I would say is a little bit harder. But you can infinite, look, you just got it, yeah, perfect. So now that you know how to do it, just practice and practice. and you'll eventually be able to get it. And so one of the good things that this is used for, get up in
Perhaps
here.
we shift our orbit this way.
Get a little bit further in, like to where you can't see me. So whenever you're fighting somebody that's slightly on a higher bit, you can pop your head up, shoot at them, and that's really good for doing that. And then what we just talked about. So that's the main two ways you're going to use fatigue bouncing is whenever someone is at a higher point, you jump and you shoot. So see how you were climbing up there? You want to put your movement to the side. So you're almost going to like go like to the side there. There, see, you just got it. Perfect. But once you do that, to stay straighter up, to stay more straight up, you can also do like really quick, do your movement forward. Don't hold it forward because then you're just going to climb. Really quick, hold your movement, like your movement stick up. Yeah, see, there you go. And it's easier when you practice on a wall that doesn't have a cliff. So if you practice on this right here, you'll be able to get it better. Yeah, see, you got it. Make sure you're fatigue bouncing though, because whenever you're hitting it right now, you're hitting it as a normal jump. When you hit it as a normal jump, you'll just do that. But if you fatigue bounce and you hit it, then you'll go up. There you go. See, perfect. Look at you. You're a natural. So the most important thing is that you know how that works. So obviously you know how wall jumping works. You know how fatigue bouncing works. You know that whenever you're going from position to position, if I'm fighting you and I want to slide out of cover, I'm gonna do my fade slide and I'm going to pull out my my hands. I'm gonna holster my weapon. So the next thing, and kind of one of the final movement tips that I'll give you, and then we're gonna work on super gliding to see if you can get that, is super jumping. I think that's what this is called. So you see how whenever you normally get on the zip line and jump off, you can't reach up here, which is, yeah, very obvious. What you're gonna do when you interact with the zip line, so whatever your button is, if it's square or whatever, you're going to press square, and right after you press square, you're gonna press your jump button twice. Now, is your jump button X? Okay, so my jump button is my, it's my R1. So I can press square, and R1 at the same time. And my ping button is X.
Shall we head this way, darlings?
So basically, I can press square R1 really quickly and get it really quickly. But what you're doing, and I want to see if you can do it. I used to, whenever I had those controls, I used to have to like slide my hands, slide my finger across from square to X. But what you have to do is you interact and then you press your jump quickly twice. See, I didn't get it there. But the most important thing with this one that you have to remember is that you need to be on the ground. So watch, if I jump and do it, it doesn't do it. You have to be touching the ground in order for it to work. So you have to be on the ground right here. Right here. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay. Okay. On the ground right there and then like that. Alrighty, so
Perhaps we shift our
now we're gonna see if you can super glide. So go to your settings real quick. Come over here.
Might be something good this way.
Go to your settings. Go to gameplay. Go to the Mantle Boost UI, which is right under the Mantle Boost activation, and turn that Mantle Boost UI to the full, and it'll be the full Mantle Boost UI. And you have it on there? Yep, okay. So now, whenever that UI, so let me turn it on real quick so I can help you.
fancy a wee stroll this way.
whenever that UI shows up and tells you to boost, and so it'll tell you if you're too early. So if you're too early, wait like dramatically long. Yeah, see, oh, perfect. You just did it. Perfect. That was too late, I think. Could have been too early too. It'll tell you when you're too early. And when you're too late, it'll just show nothing. So if you're, yeah, perfect. See, there you go.
That will be it for this video. Benjamin and I did end up going over aim, game sense, and practice 1v1s, but this is for another video. The primary focus in today's video was improving with movement mechanics. Next video will be mechanical implementation. Okay, yeah, I can't really say that. Because these truly mean nothing if you do not implement them into your gameplay, that of which requires conscious thought and practice. Thank you for watching until the end. Remember, if you want a coaching session, like, subscribe, and comment coaching. You can also follow me on twitch.tv at Genesis_RN to join my lives when I'm playing. Frick. We don't have much of a community, so the chances of you being able to ask questions is guaranteed. Again, thank you for watching. I swear, like, talking and recording is so difficult. Also, I'll be choosing one random coaching session to gift the battle pass for next season. I appreciate y'all watching. Bye.